Greetings and salutations. My name is Tish and welcome to the Artist Haven. We are wrapping up 106 live streams in 106 days, and I actually think we're a few days early, but you know what? I'm grateful that I got through these, and I'm grateful that you were along for the journey. So let's kind of recap and go over what I've learned from this. Going live every day, sometimes twice a day, it really puts a strain, not so much on my creative flow. My creative flow, I could come up with something on a whim, and we've proven that. But it forces me to neglect other things. Like, I haven't deep cleaned my house. Like, when I say deep clean, I mean surgical room clean, wiping down the walls, sweeping, mopping the floors, sanitizing things, wiping down cupboards, deep clean. I haven't deep cleaned my house in 3 months. And that is what I'm going to be doing today. I deep clean my kitchen because I'm making candy and I'm doing things in there. So I deep clean my kitchen still about once a week. I wipe down the fronts of the cupboards and I make sure I get all the nooks and crannies and stuff. And I scrub down the sinks and but the rest of the house, no. The other thing is I put the stress on myself. I knew that there wouldn't be hundreds of people lining up to ask me questions because, I am grateful for the 2,000 and some odd people. I think it's 2,300-ish right now. I'm grateful for each and every one of you who subscribe to my channel. Even if you haven't subscribed, I'm grateful for you because that means that you're here and I'm talking about things that you enjoy. And as artists, we need to group together and share our ideas. And even if we may not agree on other things in life, we can agree on art. Or we can agree to disagree on art. Or we can learn from each other and inspire each other. Because I don't get all my inspiration from watching other junk journalers. I watch other artists and I see what they're doing. Watercolorists, acrylic painters, jewelry makers, scrapbookers, furniture artists, people that do those, what are they called? Like they go to Dollar Tree and they try and make something that looks pretty out of it. And, I get a lot of ideas from that stuff. Maybe not doing exactly what they do, but something similar, and it's fun. I love it. So when we started off these live streams, we started with just doing a whole bunch of different things, masterboards and splatter painting and all these kind of things, because I knew the next 30 days or so was going to be me making a journal a day, and I did it. I did 30 journals in 30 days. There's a whole playlist on the channel. Some of those live streams are really long, and I am in the coming weeks going to go back and shorten them all down, do a voiceover, and make them a little bit more palatable to the average human, to the average artist. Unless you want to just work along with me and, pop it up and have it play, because I think most of them I had some kind of music in the background playing. But I just want to let you guys know that I appreciate you and truly heartfelt thank you for supporting me through this 106-day journey. But if you want to learn so specific things that I do and my thought process on journals, that's at that 30-day challenge, the 30 journals in 30 days. And my favorite journal, I know this is probably going to shock a lot of you because there are a lot of really cool journals, but this one is the one this is number 29, and it's a flip-flop journal. So, but this one is my favorite. It makes me think of Clara, because this is definitely Clara and I. She was more the gold and bright colors and that kind of thing, and I'm more the grungy girl. So this journal makes me think of Clara a lot, and it inspires me to introduce more color into my art and just the things that we would talk about and and what we explored together and what we went through together, and just, you know, I have some of my art in here. I have some of her art as the paper, or the, you know, make the most of every moment, you know, just different things that made me think of her. And, you know, just, it reminds me to be me and not be ashamed of being me. And it's just, yeah, I got horses in here because she loved horses. She had horses. And so, yeah, this is my favorite of all the 30 journals. And I'm hesitant to put it up for sale. And if you do see it for sale, it's probably going to be expensive because I don't really want to let it go. So I might just use this as my journal to put mementos in and stuff. So I don't know. But this is number 29 of the 30 journals in 30 days. If you want to see how I made this. And my hands are really stiff this morning. Okay, so if I do price it, it'll be on the Ko-Fi site. One moment, please. Okay, so, sorry, I had to clear my throat. And I didn't want to do that in your ear. So this one, I'm going to do this really quick so we can say we're done. And I think I'm going to use the black dots. So I want the fuzzy on the back side, so when you have it open, so take a little bit of Fabri-Tac and put it on the fabric side. Let's clear off some of this goop. Jeez. And then we'll go through the Brown Bag Challenge journals. I didn't want to bring up all 30 journals and go through all 30 of them because that would take forever. So I'm just going to put a dot of this on here. I'm not going to put very much. Just a dot. I'll help it. Come on now. There we go. I'll help it stick to the fabric. So we're going to take this and put it there. And then while this is drying, we'll go through this one. This is the one that we made yesterday. Let's throw some. Let's bring out the bin of pretties. So I think this one goes really well here. We'll ink them up and stuff later. I just want to kind of see what I got. I think that one kind of goes well there. We got this one that can go here, like that, and then we'll put something here. What do we got in here? We have kind of a narrow one. They're all kind of wide. You know what? I kind of like this one. Let's put this one right here. And we'll zhuzh them up and everything. And this flips down. Yeah, so you can put this here. So this flips down, so you could put a notebook here or whatever you wanted to do. But this is all from a paper bag. You don't have to have a lot of money to create something cool. So there you go, there's that one. And this is the front of that. It's fully cured, it's fully dry, it's not coming off. I like it. Makes me think of a pool. So let's take this off and We're going to kind of put it right like there. There we go. And that'll keep it sort of closed. We could even put a safety pin here until it gets bulky enough to keep it like that, if we wanted to, which we can. So that was from last night. Let me put this down. There we go. Put this away. These are my clear ones. That's what they are. It's like, why is this whole book? Okay. And then this is one that we did on the paper bag challenge. I'm not sure about the duct tape. I might go over it with some matte medium just to make it not so shiny. Just kind of paint on it. Paint it on. But I really love how this turned out. Now, if you wanted to, you could outline it with a black marker or a white marker. I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it just the way it is. So we have another folio. And I think we did mostly folios and notebooks. Because you only have 90 minutes, you can't make a whole big journal. I mean, you could maybe if you had everything ready to go. But then we have these little tuck spot belly band type things. And then more belly bands. And then a little notebook inside. It has all these cool pages in it. So yeah. There we go. There's a little piece of, there we go. So we'll wrap that one around. And then this one goes around. We'll tie it off again. So what we'll be doing, now this one, I'm going to save this one. This one was, this was the first one I did in that challenge. And it's when I changed it from an hour to 90 minutes. I still got this done in a little over an hour. So, there we go. Cool little accordion, a book of pockets is what I would call it. Because there's pockets here, there's 2 pockets here, and all these pockets in here. I still haven't figured out what the best closure is because I really don't like this, but we're going to keep it the way it is. I really like how the spine turned out though. This is tulle and it glows in the dark, so cool, right? And I think I might change this out before I put it up for sale. Change it to something different. This is probably my favorite of the challenge videos. I really love how this turned out. It's got a really cool tactile feel to it. And then all this stuff glows in the dark. Like all the purple, the thread, these threads, they all glow in the dark. So they'll glow under black light, which is really cool. And then you open it up and it's just this big bunch of bright color. These cool pages to write in, a couple of pockets to store things in. And I think it's just really fun. And you could even, you know, cut that piece off and just, because what it is when I sewed this in with my sewing machine, and I just put this here to act as kind of a bracer, I guess, so it didn't pull through. So yeah, fun. And you know, you've got a whole bunch of space. You could realistically put pockets here and on the back side. I don't like putting pockets so much on writing pages because I don't like it when you have to write over that pocket. So I design things the way I want them, like the way I would want them. And if you want to change it, I do not get hurt. I do not get a hurt feeling because I only have one feeling left. There's another phrase that goes with that too, but I can't say that on the channel. I mean, I can, but I'm not going to. But we're going to continue with these. So let me know in the comments below what you would like to do, see me do more. Brown bag challenges, or experiments, or what kind of things would you like to see? And I'm going to probably put a poll up when I get back from vacation, because we're going to do the Create With Me. We're going to continue with that. I'm going to start that back up on the 20th of October, because happy October, everybody. Where did 2025 go? It's a mystery. But we're going to still do those on Mondays, and then we'll do the Brown Bag Challenge on Tuesdays, and I want to do one more live stream during the week, but I also have markets and stuff that I need to start doing as well. So, because it's going to be Christmas season coming up and Halloween and everything. So, yeah, we're going to get that all started again. Those will be on Wednesdays and Thursdays. So if you want to do a Friday night stream, we can. Probably not a Saturday, because there's a couple of Saturday markets and I'll be exhausted after those. So I don't want to push myself too hard again, because that's one thing I learned too, is I really push myself, and sometimes it's a good thing and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's good to push yourself and push your boundaries, but sometimes you got to remember to sit back and smell the roses and play video games or bake cookies or do something that you truly enjoy. And I really do enjoy this, just not rapid fire. I feel like I've been neglecting my friends and my close friends, the ones I talk to every day. So I don't recommend doing 100 live streams. 30 live streams, that's cool. 100, not so much. But the whole reason behind it is because I've been on YouTube since 2019, and the day I started was the first day of 100 videos in 100 days. And I found out, for me, live streams work better because I didn't have a laptop that functioned well enough to run editing software that I wanted to use, which was DaVinci Resolve. Eventually I did find another software to use, and got my PC upgraded a little bit and was able to start editing some videos. But by that time I was like, no, live streams are easy, they're fun. Why would I edit? Edit is a headache. Well, now I've come full circle. Now live streams are kind of hard because they take up a lot of my time. And editing, I can take my videos and just go in there, and I know what to do now and have it done in 3 hours instead of 7-hour live streams. But you gotta do, it's just like art. You gotta do what makes you happy and what you like. And that's why people come to you, to have you make their art for them. It's because they like your style. They like your way of expressing yourself. So don't lose sight of that. And if you have a customer that says, oh, that's not what I wanted, well, this is my interpretation of what you wanted. And if they balk at you, say, there's the door. It's okay, because you know what, that piece of, because you were true to yourself, that piece of art is still going to sell. It may take a few months, may take a few years, but it's still going to find its forever home. With that being said, I just wanted to say again, thank you so, so much for being here with me and supporting our little channel. And I'm not going away. I'm just taking a break. I'll be back October 20th. We'll be doing a Monday night stream where we create with each other and just have chill time. And then Tuesday will be another brown bag challenge. And then we'll see how those two go. And then I'll have a video for you as well that week as well. So maybe it'll be just a a recap of the 30 journals in 30 days, and we'll just start with those and release those 1 or 2 a week. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how things go. If you have any questions in the interim, please just post a comment on a video, or there's an email address to get direct in contact with me. So right on the homepage, you click on the About, and it's right there. So thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you so very much. And always remember, be kind to one another. Peace, love, and happiness.